This is my house.
Hi.
Hey, baby. What are y'all doing in here? You're eating.
Yeah, we are doing superhero shoots.
Superhero? What are y'all eating?
Crackers. Hey, I got a Pop-Tart with them.
Oh, did you have a good day, baby? Getting ready for my sermon this Sunday. This is all you need right here. Look at this. Get you a Bible, highlighters. Highlighters are important for your word, for your scripture. You do need a cup of coffee and an iPad. You can get everything done right here. It's Alan Whitley right here. The man.
Yeah, the man.
We just had breakfast together. Me and the big A. So here's the well tank, and I took the diaphragm out, took the bottom off. It's actually upside down right now. There's my door that I put in, and so what I have to do is actually have to cut a piece of metal that'll cover this hole. That's going to be the bottom, but I want to leave this in it so that I can take the metal off and clean the thing out in the soot. So I actually have this old piece of metal right here that came off of a 50-gallon drum. I cut that out a while back, and so I'm going to cut out a piece that'll fit perfect right there. So this piece here was actually what was on the bottom of there, and so I used this piece and some soapstone to trace out on here, and this is actually perfect because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that out, and when I cut it out, I've actually got this as the template to drill my holes so that it will perfectly fit on there with the bolts. Alright, a couple of words to my vlog people. One, I stopped cutting to go get some ear protection, and eye protection. So I grew up doing, I'm a pastor now, but I grew up doing construction work and driving tractors, running equipment and all kinds of stuff. Ear protection is so important, and I know you may be thinking you're doing just something small or quick. I wear ear protection when I'm on my lawnmower, just all the time, because what you don't realize is just over time, little things can damage your eardrums. And also, when you wear ear protection, it makes your head feel better, helps you think clearly, and that kind of stuff. So I got that, same for eye protection. Now also, I started to cut it with my Sawzall, and I could have done it. I got cuts, you see? Ow, I just got a splinter. That's why it's important to wear protection. But now, I'm actually going to try to cut it with these 10 snips right here, like scissors. And so it's not quite as big as Manly, but it might do the job cleaner. So look, now I'm just going to go around right here with these snips and kind of clean up the edges. These snips made for a clean cut. I'm going to take my grinder and kind of knock off the edges so it's not sharp. But these snips just cut that thing out. What's up, girl?
I saw the cross, but the frog wasn't under there.
Oh no, she's looking for a frog that we buried last year. Is it cold out here? Are you cold?
No.
I just used that old piece as a template, and now I have this right here that was drilled from a 50-gallon drum. Look at that. Oh boy, this is perfect.
My daddy is number 1.
Your shirt says my daddy is number 1.
See?
All right, girl. All right, so I got my piece in the bottom. Okay, so that stopped up this hole, but I've got it where I can unbolt it in the future if I need to clean it out and take it off. I have cut my door in the side right here. I cut that out and I ground down all the edges where they're not sharp anymore. I've got to drill a hole right here, and I'm going to put a bolt in as a handle. And then the last thing I got to do is I got to cut a smokestack. And there was an air hole right here in the tank, and I'm just going to use that and probably cut a 3 or 4 inch hole right there. In the future, I may add a pipe right here, to where if I want to put it inside, I can vent it outside. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So I cut me a hole right there, and what I did is I kind of sliced it like a star, and then I just took my hammer here, and now what I can do is I can buy me a pipe and just slide in that hole if I so desire to put a stack on it. Check that out. Put me a little bolt on there as a door handle. This is perfect. I gotta cut an air hole. You have to have some space. I mean, you have to have something to let your air in and out. So I made this little door here and drilled holes so you can open it up just like on a grill. You open it up, that lets your air in. You can close it, that closes your air off. So now, Nathan, you think we ought to put a fire in it?
Yeah.
See if it works?
Fire camper!
All right. Let's fire it up. Can you see in there? Yes. Got me some sticks here. What I'm gonna do is I wanna burn it out here. I'm gonna slowly build this fire bigger and bigger and bigger and try to burn off all this paint and everything on this thing. So I'm just gonna let this thing cook all day long and get it as hot as possible. Here's something important. I don't know if y'all can tell, but this was what I was worried about. So I have the door closed and I have the vents open, and there's no smoke coming out of the door, which is important, and it's all coming out the top. So I was concerned as to whether or not my smoke hole was going to be big enough or not, and it seems to be working. So I'm getting this thing super hot, and as you can see, earlier the whole thing was this color, blue, but now all the paint is starting to cook off of there, and this thing is really working good. I'm excited. It's gonna be perfect for what I wanted. Is that good, guys? All right, so here it is, Sunday afternoon, and we just ran to Wendy's to get the kids some lunch. And we walk into my office, and I haven't been here since Friday morning. Friday morning, my buddy Cody and I met here for about 5 hours, and we're just discussing spiritual warfare and missions and strategy, and you know, the importance of prayer and fasting and these kind of things. So I walk in, and this is what's on my board. We were whiteboarding. Now, as I saw that when I walked in, I was like, there was a kid coloring and drawing on my board, and then I remembered that's actually from our meeting on Friday, and it looks like that's funny. But when I saw it, like, because on Friday that made perfect sense to me, and as we were talking, we were just drawing and writing, and now a few days later, it's like, what in the world were we doing? So I love whiteboards.